Coincidence that Mr. Rahul Gandhi, whenever there's something big happening in India, is traveling abroad and raising issues of dissonance in India. Is it a coincidence, or do you think he has the right to raise these issues? And in the country, not too much credence is given to the objections raised by the opposition, and there's no engagement with the treasury benches on this. So he raises them abroad. That's the explanation. Where do you stand on this?
You wondered if it was a coincidence. I don't wonder if it's a coincidence or not, because dates for G20 summit, or dates for parliament, or dates for anything major happening in the country are all normally in advance announced. So you, me, anybody will know about these dates. Now, despite knowing you will still want to go abroad, well, that's your right. I can't say no. But is it a coincidence? No. How can it be a coincidence? It's public knowledge. So you still want to go. That's about it. Do it. You still want to go? Go. But one thing which Rahul Gandhi is consistent about, and I have to say he's consistent about, is he never misses a chance, particularly when he goes abroad, to voice everything negative about India, because he hates Prime Minister Modi. And he's continuing to do it. And people might say he's not given a chance here to speak, and therefore he's finding an audience there and he's going and doing it there. Let them give any inference they want. But he was not even in the House during the vote of confidence. A fleeting appearance and a fleeting disappearance, and then coming back again, and then completely going away. So engagement with him, opportunity was there before you. You've come back to the parliament after an unfortunate case in which you chose to not apologize before the court for having made a very depreciating remark against the entire community, again, driven by your hate against Prime Minister Modi. You come back to the parliament and your party wants to celebrate it, your arrival into the House. And where were you? Your party's vote of no confidence, you've gone off.
But he has even abroad raised the issue of the Adani report by Guardian and Financial Times, which was brought up in the run-up to the G20. He's raised those questions. What would you say to him? And what?
Well, it is in the court, isn't it? Let that also be discussed.
But there are new findings.
Never mind. It is for the court to decide what they want to do with the new findings. Would you trust the court or not? That court, which today has brought you back into the House. You won't trust that House? That court?
And what would be your message to Mr. Rahul Gandhi on the Sanatan slander that alliance parties in his own India alliance are doing?
His love for Sanatan is only just before the election, when he becomes a Janayudari. Otherwise, he doesn't care anything about people who can decry Sanatan Dharma, who can speak ill of Hindus. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to him. Otherwise, by now, he would have given a clear statement. He hasn't.
He's not in the country, maybe.
That's right, yeah. And social media, newspapers, new televisions are not existent.
The opposition has also raised objections about the fact when 3 officers were martyred in Jammu and Kashmir, your party was celebrating G20 at the party headquarters. How do you respond to the insensitivity?
I'm sorry. Talking about insensitivity, the one thing which remains in all our minds, and you will agree with me on it, that night when in Mumbai, horrendous terror attack happened. Who was partying in a club?
But he wasn't the Prime Minister then.
Never mind. As an Indian citizen, as a responsible party member of an opposition party, that time ruling party.
He was just an MP.
That time, the dynast who was running the ruling party, who had the temerity to tear an ordinance, but on that day chooses to be in a club. After that, they have no moral authority to speak about, oh, you're celebrating. you have no moral authority to speak.
They don't. Maybe the
And
people of the country do.
19, and also after Srimati Indira Gandhi's assassination, the way in which his party cadres, who are now leaders, had behaved in murdering Sikhs on the streets of Delhi. Not one word of solid apology by the party, and the apology was also given by a Sikh Prime Minister on behalf of his party. Look at the way Congress does things. Very much like the British. We'll do the wrong, but we'll make you apologize.